there's something that I still don't understand. See, to protect one song in SACEM and all these places, so SACEM is the location where you secure your copyright, your author rights or composition rights, and for each song you have to do one of their documents plus a contract, and each person must sign a contract, a publishing contract, the percentage of how much they have from the song, etc., etc. We are in a world where you can just go and wait. They have a process to do it online, but the process is so cumbersome. The process is horrible. Seems like for them you have to sign the publishing contract and then send it by PDF inside of the online process, which is completely stupid. If you sign a publishing with somebody, what they should do is have a process. Listen, we're in a world where I can post a photo on Instagram or Facebook or whatever and then tag the people on it. Just stop trying to invent stuff that already exists. Simplify completely your website. We send a song in MP3 format. You have a form with the lyrics, and then you have a form with who wrote, boom, percentage, who composed, boom, percentage, and who is the publisher or whatever, percentage, and then everybody get notified the same way as I get notified when I get somebody tag me in a photo on Facebook. I get notified, and then I can go see and say, yes, it's me, or no, it's some motherfucker trying to tag me on some flyer for his party. Simple. You just come and you tag somebody in the song with the percentage he's supposed to have. He gets notified in his account saying, oh, somebody said you have this much, and then he receives, oh yeah, you can use SMS, whatever. And then when everybody confirmed, the song is in the system. Simple. No, you want us to sign 1,000 papers so that some people go take these papers, read them, and then fill them in computers, when we could directly do this process online. Well, let me go run. It's not the best weather today. Should be alright. Still waiting for my vlog camera to arrive. And it's only in Spain? The fuck? There's something that I will never understand with the people on the internet. It seems like the people on the internet, especially on the YouTube comments, the people on Twitter or whatever, believe that the creators, the social media influencers and whatever are supposed to work for free, are supposed to never do advertising, are supposed to never sell something. Like, yeah, people, the YouTubers and the creators in general have to live from water. I'm sorry, everybody in the world is trying to have a better life. Everybody is dreaming of a big house for their family, and everybody is dreaming of, you know, a better life. Like, everybody's always trying to reach the next level. So why would the people you watch on YouTube not be trying to do the same thing as you? This is why you work, right? If I offer you a promotion where instead of making, I don't know, whatever amount you're making every month, if I propose you to do to go to the next level of your job, to become a manager, and instead of making what you're making right now, I propose you that you're gonna make 2 or 3 times more. Are you gonna say no because I don't want to be a sellout or whatever? No, you're gonna say yes. And this brings me to something that I really, it's something, it's not just about online. What's going on that with Twitter, with Facebook, with we see the way people are. I keep telling you, human beings are flawed from the beginning because they are envious. And it's something that, well, 20 years ago, so I was passionate about rap. So I was rapping. Me and my sister, we were going to shows. We were leaving our neighborhood to go to different places to do rap shows and rap contests, and we would go there, and a lot of people would hate us because we were not coming out of the ghetto. And a lot of people would be like, yeah, you got rich parents, so yeah, you're not supposed to be here and you don't deserve to win. And a lot of interviews that I did back when I started having my momentum in the West Indies. A lot of the interviews that I did were like, yeah, we heard you come from a rich background and your parents have money. Do you really deserve this success? And I was always like, wait a minute. Do people listen to me because my parents have money? Or do people listen to me because they like my songs? So I don't see, and I always understand, like in all these interviews, I would always answer the question the same way, which was, well, are you saying that you don't like my songs? And the guy would always tell me, oh, no, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm asking you, are the people who are listening to my music and let's even go further. When you're born, and you're born with a talent or inspiration, whatever, or you're born with this envy to tell the world in music, or whatever is your reason to do art, does it matter where you come from? Is it really important? And all this is the way of people. Once you have success, people are always trying to find a reason. And sometimes it's the same people who put you up there. They're always trying to find a reason to diminish your success because it brings them to their own fragility. And that's how people become haters, or people with a great voice hate people who sings in auto tune because it is the best way they had to run away from the fact that you might have a great voice but you're doing shitty songs or songs that are not popular. Because in the end, ultimately, it's the people who choose who is their champion and who is not, and who will be in 10 years, or who they will decide that is not anymore. This is called the market. And one day I had this guy who was like hating on me, but like for real, hating. And after 10 years, I was. So we grew old. So after 10 years, everybody was like in their 30s. And one day I had a show in the south of France, in a city called Marseille. And I met a bunch of rappers that I knew from back then. But then I already switched to another style. I was doing Caribbean music and African music. But we end up in the same show. At the end of the show, we all go to the restaurant. So we all talking. And one of the guys tell me, "Hey, finally, you're a cool dude." And I'm like, "What you mean finally I'm a cool dude?" And the guy's like, "I used to hate you. I used to hate your guts. Listen, one day we even talk about ambushing you so we could stab you. Gangsters." And I was like, "What? Stab me? Why?" And they're like, "Oh, because we would hate you back in the days when everybody was young. You always had the great attire. You always had all the girls, and and we heard your parents were rich, and and we were like, why is this guy coming to us?" That was like, I'm coming to sing because I love to sing. I'm not coming here to. I go to the club to listen to music. I don't go to the club to show what I have. And we were all dressed like the guys we were seeing on MTV. We were seeing Naughty by Nature, all these guys. And we would all want to dress the same because we were all united by the passion of hip hop. And Yeah, my dad was traveling because of his work, and he was always in the US. So we would, yeah, say, oh, please, dad, buy us this. And in the US, the thing we would buy in France for $100, in the US, it would cost $20. So, yeah, of course, when we would say to our dad, oh, I want this jacket that we would have to buy like for $200 in France, back in the US, it cost $20. So our dad would bring 10. He didn't care. But these people, they don't care. They would see me with like those 10 different jackets and they would hate on me. Anyway, back to the story. So I'm like, you wanted to stab me? And the guy was like, yeah, I used to hate you. And then everybody at the table was like, yeah, we used to hate you so much. And damn, I was like, fuck. And now everybody's on the table is like, yeah, we used to hate you so much, but finally you cool. And I'm like, so you mean I have to sit down with all the people who used to hate me for them to see that I'm a cool guy? Fuck, that's a lot of work. And then I asked them the question, what is your goal? All of y'all, what is your goal in music? Oh, we want to succeed so that we can get out of the ghetto and then we can buy a house and give good education to our kids and, have a good life and etc., etc. I was like, yeah. But then other kids will hate on your kids because once you succeed and you move your kids out the ghetto and then your kids become sons of rich people, kids of rich people, and you put them in the good neighborhoods and stuff, and you give them the good education and they go back to the ghetto because they have a passion, I don't know, for singing or whatever, then the other people will try to ambush them and stab them or hate them. What you gonna tell your kids? And they were like, yeah, fuck, yeah, but it's not the same thing. I was like, what you mean it's not the same thing? It's just a different generation, but my dad came from nothing. My dad was born in a village of fishermen back in the days in the middle of Congo, and he climbed his way through education to become what he is today. And the first thing he said once he got money, a lot of money, my children will never suffer what I have suffered, and I will give them the means to have a great education and everything that I didn't have because I grew up without a dad and I was born in the middle of Africa, and yeah, I made my way to the top. And that's exactly what he did. Give us all the means. He gave us a poor guy who became rich, gave his children everything that all these, by then, when we were conversing, they were not poor anymore, but when they were hating me, they were still poor. And that's crazy because it shows you how the world is. And yeah, this story like always made me think, when you don't have, instead of working hard to have or to create or to generate income, it is so easy to hate on the people who have, or to hate on the people who, yeah, were born lucky because their parents worked before. Everything I made in my music, I made it alone. I didn't ask for my parents to help me. But still, some people will still hate you and will still put you directly in the place of, you don't deserve. Even if you worked harder than them, just because they feel that you have a fillet, you have a net that will, protect you from falling too hard because your parents are there. So what? If you have children, would you want to see them fall and not help them? Isn't it the role of parents? And because some parents can't, doesn't mean that they will try their best to give you. And I think the whole world should stop focusing on hating the people who have or the people who succeed, and the people should be inspired by the people who succeed, by the people who worked hard for their success. complicated subject.